Hey everyone, I just completed my stream of Slender the Arrival not too long ago. Like I just did the first few minutes of it. Hopefully it's saved because yeah, I wouldn't want to have to redo any of that. But yeah, here's my first impressions of the game. So far, like I am going to be somewhat critical of this game, I'm afraid, because like I know I've been using Daylight as my standard for games in the horror genre, at least. Even though I do strongly feel that a game like Daylight was actually just a cheap ripoff of a game like the original Slender, but towards the end of it. But like, I do kind of feel like I gotta be somewhat critical of this remake, only because it doesn't quite match up with what I was expecting. Like, the game visually is what I was expecting of an in just like a HD remake of like the HD remake of like uh previous game, like kind of like how the PlayStation is doing right now with their PS4 genre games right now. Like all the games coming out that are good for that matter, good for that matter, are actually just remakes in HD, quote unquote. But yeah, this game is visually an improvement, I suppose. Like, unlike Daylight, there aren't that many slowdowns. The uh, the, the actual lighting and the atmosphere actually matches what I expect. But where it does kind of fail is maybe it's just my personal opinion, but like it does kind of work against them because they did like to put in quite a few obstruct obstructions, or not really sure if that's the word I'm looking for, but they did quite like putting in like these little things in front of you just to screw you over, which I find more frustrating than adding to the challenge, and especially if it's going if you're a gamer like me who panics way too easily. But then again, like I said, that probably just adds to the feel of the game. Another thing that I didn't quite like, as you can probably tell from earlier in this video, the lighting for the some of these items, like not the items, but like some of these towers, kind of give you. It's kind of hard to tell if the actual um the well, let's just say lighting tower actually rendered uh fast enough for myself to actually uh well, before I actually got there, I should say, because like as you can tell, like it kind of feels like that tower came out of nowhere before I got to the second one. So that kind of took away from the experience, where it's kind of like I'm walking towards a UFO. And other than that, like another issue I have had with this game is hmm, the general layout of the, let's say, maps, because like later towards the end of my stream, what actually frustrated me the most was the fact that the building I was in felt like a little too much like a maze than it should have. Like, yeah, I know this is a horror game where it relies on uh, the player being in a panic and not remembering exactly where you went and like all that, but for a game that has like no aids, or for that matter, like there's like, as you can see on screen, there's absolutely no mini map or menu for you to help you, and such. Like, even if I were to go to the menu screen, like my only options were to exit the game, fix the graphics or the lighting for that matter, or uh, to go to the game menu. There was like no option for me to look at the map pamphlet that I picked up earlier or whatnot. So that kind of took away from the experience too. But overall, where the game did succeed is kind of it kind of gave like it did hold true to the Slender mythos, and is does feel like a pretty scary game. Like hence why in my stream cam, as you can see in this video, that I actually had my lights on, partially because like I have the anticipation of this being quite a scary game. And as you can see earlier, I was running from Slenderman, who appeared to have like almost as if there was multiple of them. Hence why I said that they kept to the mythos. Anyways, where else this game improved is compared to the original, first Slender game, like the indie game, improved was the type of levels. Like instead of being stuck in the one forest the entire time, you are put into situations where you are in other like such as like I in this part of the level uh older game like this level, like you're actually forced to go into this tunnel where you're trying to get up to a tower of sorts, which actually is where I got frustrated, and because due to the map layouts, where instead of looking for the pieces of paper like I was earlier, like the I got to four, I believe, and before I was knocked unconscious and put into this situation, they did put me into a situation where my main objective actually changed from finding a piece of paper to finding energy generators. So they did change that up and add to the game that in that sense that it adds bit more gameplay, which should be expected for a game that's no longer free to play like the original Slender was, and it I'm kind of at odds with it because yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to pay like what I'm not sure how much it costs. Like I bought this on sale, so it was like regular price. I think it's like what $10 to pay that much money for a game that would have lasted me like what 10-20 minutes. Like that would have been a kick in the teeth, but at the same time, the level design was kind of shoddy at best. So yeah, that's my current take on the game, and I hope to finish it soon. Anyway, see ya.